Etienne. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
2nd and 10.
Come on. Set. Cowboy 80.
Another tote for Etienne. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Here we go. Set. Steady.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Okay, break.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Get it. Viking 18. Mustang 19. Ready.
Sanders. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith. And it's 3rd down. You talk about this Washington defense. And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
from the gun on 3rd down, Sanders. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the Ball will come out to the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
2 yards to go, second down.
Ready.
On play action, here's Shedeur. That's complete to DK Metcalf. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. The Steelers at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Tag. 18 Cardinal. 60 Eagles.
Now Sanders. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. 60 Eagles.
Straight ahead, ETN. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. You talk about this Washington defense. And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And I think with as good as their coverage is, and they're also excellent tacklers, they try to keep things in front of them and either make the tackle or you have to run out of bounds because there's nowhere to go. They'll let him dink and dunk all day long.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They'll get 34 yards there.
Ready.
And they'll run with ETN. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. ETN will score. Touchdown, Steelers. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mention the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And shutting him off now open field. Ashton Jeanty with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Barton is a former defensive back. I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Cowboy, Buffalo 18.
Sanders to throw. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
Okay, ready?
Coverage by Mikey Sanderstill.
Play action. It's Sanders. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready?
From the gun, it's Sanders. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 21. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Etienne up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Ready?
And they'll go again with Etienne. And he'll be brought down short of 15. But a really good move on the run. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Etienne. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Daniels. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Mustang 19.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. Pass caught, it's Lane with it. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
I do think that sometimes on 3rd and long, many defenders just get caught watching the sticks instead of watching the ball. And the guy who's got it, because here, they just got the ball into the receiver's hands and told him to do it yourself, a little bit of a desperation play. And he was able to take the short throw and turn it into a big gain and a conversion on 3rd down. That's a big pickup.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Second Pirates. Come on.
In motion right, Dobbs.
70.
Throwing now is Daniels. Complete. Smith has it. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And I think he just wanted to give the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. He'll get this out to Genty. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Here we go. 79 Gross. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Daniels looking to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
To the air goes Daniels. And his throw here is incomplete.
But it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He'll try and do this himself. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin at the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so. determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Here's Sanders. It's caught by OBJ. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Set up. Cowboy 80. Ready.
Throwing, Sanders. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Travis Etienne. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Steelers have got it back to within a score. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Let's go now.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To throw is Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Boswell good with the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Come on, come on.
A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Here's 2nd and 10.
60 Vikings, 60, go!
A run out of the gun with Genty. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause? The defense there, they forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Washington going to send out their punter. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Okay, ready?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Sanders. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Anderson. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Now Daniels. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Reload.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now a handoff out to Jeanty. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 89 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Once again, it's Jeanty. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Ball at the 9 on second and 8.
Bronco 80. Ready. Go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this third and long. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Here we go. Set.
Going quickly out to the right side. A great open field tackle is going to stop it shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Steeler D will celebrate the goal line stand. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned.
He's got a man, complete. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 45 yards.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Troy Anderson, the man on the tackle. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a second and 10. From the gun, it's Shedeur. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Cowboy 80.
To throw now, here's Sanders. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on fourth down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Going for it, here's Etienne. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on fourth down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
First down, Washington.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Daniels. He finds his man, complete. It's Lane. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Washington Commanders.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
60 by 60 by Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready?
That's complete to Dobbs. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Ready?
They'll look to throw again. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Ready? 19 Lions. Ready?
On 4th down, here's Daniels. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. Ashton Jeanty with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Commanders take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Point after here coming up.
For the extra point.
And that one gives them a 3-point lead.
Next the score. Commanders 24. Steelers 21. Harrison Beavis.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard run.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Now Sanders. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Cougar 19. 70. Go.
Sanders to throw. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And the Steelers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Sanders. Screenplay. Here's Etienne. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, You're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
On the ready.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Street, street. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
From the gun, it's Sanders. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Third down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards.
Ready, ready.
A short one there to Freiermuth. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Great job of tackling there to prevent the first down.
One of the toughest skills in football, open field tackling. A lot of times one-on-one against a shifty receiver. He got it done in a nice way that time.
1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Check smash, check smash. 79 Broncos.
They'll go. Here's Sanders. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
That's complete. Jeanty out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit a safety valve.
It looked like 2 well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, hey, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play. And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
This is Fant on the short completion. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
It's a gain of 20. Washington first down.
Throwing now is Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Grant Delpit. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. A run straight ahead with Jeanty. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Ready.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Daniels going to throw for it. This is Fant on the short completion. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. Over the middle to Beckham. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. This offense in good shape. 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
On the ready. Let's go now. Got you lying.
He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go. 7 Cougar 19.
Back to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
Oh, and how important could that play be in determining a winner here? That moves the ball all the way to the other side of the field, and now you're one completion away from at least getting into field goal range to tie things up. But with the time remaining, they still got a shot to win this as well.
Ready.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it go again. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. 37 yards. And the Steelers have taken a 4th quarter lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as they continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
18.
They'll look to throw. Now Daniels going to keep it. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time. Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Back to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Well, this crowd doing their best to make a lot of racket. It's 3rd and 5.
Tap the 60. Tap the 60. Go.
Here's Daniels. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers have just about sewn up this football game.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Pittsburgh, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Commanders, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Yeah.